Hello and welcome to our first live stream for Windstorm, the Legend of Khiimori, here at Aesir Interactive in Munich.
Woo! Woo!
I'm Rupert, I'm your host today, and next to me is Jackie. She will have some live pre-alpha gameplay for you.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I am the Quality Assurance Director here at Aesir, so I think I was the best fit for this role. And yeah, I'll be playing the game along the way, maybe answer some questions, but more here for the goofs and gaps.
And next to me is our first guest, Adriano.
Hey, I'm Adriano, Communications Manager here at Aesir Interactive. Maybe you know me regarding Discord, social media, and all the other public stuff we're doing. So I give to you, Rupert.
So we have two main topics today. One is the alpha playtest that is exclusive to our Kickstarter backers, and that will happen soon. And the second topic is the early access that will happen this summer. So yes, the game will already go into early access this summer. But before we jump to our first guest, let's touch base for a second. So what is this game about? Windstorm, the Legend of Khiimori is an open world action adventure set in 13th century Mongolia. You play as Nara, a young courier rider. And what sets this game apart, what makes it unique and stand out from all the other open world action adventures that, just like us, feature exploration, survival, resources, crafting, stats, hunting, and so on, that only in Windstorm, the Legend of Khiimori, the relationship between Nara and her horses is vital to succeed. So the game will go into early access this summer on Steam and the Epic Game Store, and the full game will launch in March 2026 on PC and console. This means PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and the Xbox Series. I'm totally serious.
Yes.
All right, so
That's right.
Wow,
let's
first.
so let's
First
jump.
joke counter. One.
So let's jump to Adriano and our first guest. So we had this really successful Kickstarter this March. How much did we raise?
Over 500k euros, and it was over 8,800 something people that pledged. It was amazing for us.
Yes.
It was insane.
It's amazing.
It was insane. Thank you everyone who pledged for us. And it was actually one of the most successful Kickstarters of the German games industry. And one of the main things that we promised to all of our backers, one of the main rewards we thought that would be really cool for them is this alpha playtest. So this is really a once in a lifetime opportunity to play a game very, very early on in development. Usually you wouldn't do this, but we think as we want to develop this game together with our community, that this would be a really nice reward. And in order, right, to set expectations right and to also understand what is the difference between the alpha playtest and then the early access, which of course will be a much more almost final product, right? We have this Trello roadmap, and Adriano, can you please tell us a bit more about this Trello roadmap?
Sure. So as you said, Rupert, we wanted really to give you a glimpse and insights how we're working, and that's why we decided to make a Trello roadmap. And it's pretty easy explained, like we have many pillars here. But let's start here in the Start Here section where we describe and explain everything first, how this Trello roadmap works. We have here linked all our social media channels. You can click on every single task later on, and then you can see, okay, here are all the informations for it. We have different labels for you that you understand, okay, what is the progress for each single task, like the green label that shows you, okay, which features and content already in there. And we also thought, okay, we probably, because it's alpha playtest right now and later early access, we have to make still progressions that we decide, okay, we want to show you every task with progressions in there. So you can click, for example, to horse care, you can read the description, what horse care means for us, and also see then, okay, horse care already has 30%.
Wow, so that's actually really amazing. It's really deep, a lot of content, right? And it gives the community and everyone who's interested in the game a real nice overview where we are, what we have planned. Really nice.
Then we also have the yellow label. That means that we have here collected in this area all content pieces and features that we're working on now or in future, for example, for early access, etc., or all updates that will come in the early access phase. For example, archery, horse sprint, horse taming, etc. And also here, like, you can click on it and get some information there. Then we have also the black label. That's really special because we wanted also to involve you in this roadmap here. All these features and content pieces that we collect from you via social media or our Discord page, because you wish them, and we would say, okay, let's collect them here, and then you can vote. That's pretty cool because then you have the decision to say what you want really hard in our early access phase. So after that you have voted, we see, okay, maybe on place 1 is hunting on horseback, and then maybe hunting traps, etc. And after the vote, then we can see, okay, what does it mean for us to implement all these tasks? We have to evaluate it. You can open this task here, and then you see, how do we evaluate feedback here at Aesir Interactive? What does it mean for us and developers to bring this in the game? And if everything fits to us, then we can say, okay, let's put this hunting on horseback, for example, in this section here. And then you know, okay, cool, we will work in future on this feature too.
That's really cool, and I'm sure that those people who will vote for a dog as a companion will probably also vote for pet wolves.
Exactly, yes. That would be amazing, to be honest. Then we have also the red label. This is an indicator to show you which feedback and content we got from you that we can't implement in the game, maybe just for now or maybe overall, for example, multiplayer, because we made this decision very early on that this is a single player experience game, and multiplayer, at least for now, for the alpha playtest and also for early access, we don't exactly knew about what happens after early access when the game launch, what we can implement. It also happens, how much support we get, etc. But we are pretty sure that multiplayer will not be in the game in the future. So then we have also here tasks where I explained, okay, how you can vote. We also have tasks like the Kickstarter stretch goals. For example, we had a Kickstarter, as Rupert said, and maybe you didn't know about that. So we have a short information, what's going on there. You can go on a page and see all the stretch goals. And then also how you can report bug, because as soon the playtests get online and in the latest state then in early access, you are able to report bugs and issues. And our QA department, Jackie, for example, will receive all these issues and bugs and will bring those up to our development team. And then we from communication and community department can bring these bugs and no issues in this section. So you know, okay, we are from the community get heard, and we as devs listen to you obviously and bring this up in this section here.
All right, very cool. We're really looking forward to it. It's a very high priority for us, this Trello board internally, and we hope you will use it. You will enjoy it. We also put the FHQ section in there, also to attract people towards it. You can actually watch the sections without having a Trello account, but of course, if you want to participate, you will need to sign up, but it's definitely worth it. All right, cool. So I think we can jump to our second guest.
Sure. Just wanted to say,
please,
this world roadmap will get public soon. We still have to work on it, but with this live stream, we wanted to take the opportunity to show us that you know what awaits you. But yes, a little bit more patient, and then you will be part of this cool journey here.
Nice, fantastic. Thanks, Adriano.
Thank you very much.
And our next guest is Valentin, please.
Welcome
And
to the stage.
as you can imagine, we are all horse lovers here, obviously, in the team. But I would say one of the biggest horse experts we have is Valentin. So can you please introduce yourself and tell us why are you such a horse expert?
Well, yeah. Hi, my name is Valentin. I'm doing any type of a live stream for the first time ever, so be kind. I'm a senior artist here at Aesir, and on Windstorm Legend of Khiimori, I'm specifically the senior character artist, which means I also have to do with horses, right? It's characters include characters and animals and everything. There was pretty much no doubt which project I'm going to be on because I am myself an equestrian. I have my own horse even. Yeah, I'm that insane. I'm willing to spend large amount of my paycheck on that. So yeah, yeah, there she is. You can see me together with my horse, sweaty and dirty from training. Great image.
Like how often do you go riding a week? Like once a week, twice a week?
Yeah, and then try nearly every day. Like it's 5 days a week.
Wow.
I think 4 minimum.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
You should ride her to work.
No, that's not very horse friendly. We are here for humane treatment of horses, people.
Okay, Munich's not horse friendly yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
Anyway, what? You had some
Alright.
questions for me, experienced live stream people. Yeah, I'm a newbie here, so.
All right, cool. So yeah, you are the horse expert, and how will this transfer into the equine realism in the game? So one thing you already touched upon is that really in this game we will treat the horses with respect. So just one thing, when you tame a horse, right, you will not just sneak up on it, jump on it, and force it to be your next horse. You will approach it from the front. You have to build trust to the horse. This is just one of many examples how important horses are, and that you treat them in the best way possible, because again, they are your companion. You will not succeed in the game if you don't have a great and good relationship with your horse. But what else can you tell us about equine realism, and what are we seeing here on the screen?
Yeah, that's very true. About equine realism is one of the main pillars of our game. Of course, everything has to be tempered by gameplay ability, right? We are not doing a horse simulator in general, but we are very, very serious about bringing realism where possible. So, for example, our horse was completely made from scratch. We are not using any of the horse assets from marketplaces or anything. It's just tailor-made for your enjoyment. And what we are seeing here is one of the main pillars of horse realism, which is basically we have a true-to-life genetics, realistic genetics system to tint the coats and the patterns of horses. So we have extension gene, agouti gene, a dilution gene, cream dun, all of the things. And I will stop saying weird words for people who don't know anything about equine genetics. Here Jackie is kindly showing our phenotype map. That is mainly a map for me to test stuff. It's not really playable.
I'm playing it.
But here you can see these horses were not specifically made by any person like those colors. They were generated, each of them, they are random horses. They were generated by our system. And if you could get a bit more overview, Jackie?
Just a quick question. How many coat color variations do you think are possible?
It's hard to say because they are nearly infinite, right? We just have base colors and genes that control what gets diluted, what gets applied. I will go about more common known phenotypes in a second. But there is no number of colors that we have. Everything goes into the system and gets randomized based on player choices as well. So here you can see, for example, some horses get patterning. The socks, the white socks are randomized. The markings of the head are different. This horse has dun markings. You can see the marking on the back and on the legs. Yep. And of course, here, Jackie, could you go along the line of the phenotype horses? Yeah. So those are the preset horses that I kind of use to test out stuff. And can you run a bit more? Yeah, you can see that there's just some phenotypes, names, there, chestnut, buckskin, etc., etc. We also, of course, do eye color. Here you can see the like cream dilution horses, the double creams. They have the blue eyes colors. Some of the horses have green eyes, some have amber. Yeah. We naturally.
Oh, here's a green one.
Yeah, there, exactly. So we try to put in as many genetic variations as we can, and the system is extendable, right? If you don't see a certain white hair pattern, like a certain type of horse coloration pattern that you really like to see, tell us about it. The system is extendable, and we strive to add everything in at some point. Yeah.
So I think we can summarize that breeding is a main pillar of the game with a very deep breeding systems. But how many different horse breeds are then planned for the final game or are in the game now?
Yeah, how many are planned is I don't really know as of yet, because that also depends on you, the community, right, and on. Don't look there. Yeah, but we definitely are doing an Haltech horse, which was promised in Kickstarter. And wink, wink, I already worked on the model.
Spoiler.
Yeah, we definitely want to have as many breeds as possible. It's probably not going to be hundreds or anything, but we aim for a good variety. Of course, our main breed is still the Mongolian horse, which will be the horse that is going to be native, that is going to be able to tame in the wilds, and the rest are going to be kind of imported horses from faraway lands that you can get from the merchant, for example, or.
Would we get a horse with like two different color eyes, like a green and a blue one?
Well, there is nothing impossible, right? Currently, the system doesn't do that, but it is very rare, but it is possible in horses. Currently, the system doesn't have it, but...
Okay, maybe a new feature.
We also got some questions from the community in, so the first one I can already answer. So will we only have breeds that existed in certain century Mongolia? Well, we thought about this for a long time in development, but then thought it will be better to mix in a few different breeds as well. But we will have an option that you can only have the, so to say, historically accurate and realistic breeds in the game. So that's up to you, up to the player. And the second question is for you, will the horses have different sizes?
Yeah, I would like to go first to the breeds a little bit. Yes, we want currently to do it like that, to allow you to enable or disable quote-unquote unrealistic breeds. But if you think about it, every breed, a modern breed, it has a precursor, right, in the past. So, for instance, and we have a passionate community, some of whom are, historians specializing in horses, for instance. And if we say that, it's a warm blood horse, and we just call it warm blood straight up in the game, that would be a little bit weird because that's a modern term. But it's not really such a modern breed, right? A type of horse. Similar horses have been. Oh, you can't write here. There's no nav mesh. Similar horses. You can sit on the saddle like a child in an amusement park.
Like a carousel.
You can sit on every horse, but
this
not ride.
This is the carousel now.
So there were precursor breeds. So, for instance, the Limousin horse from France dates back as long as the 12th century or before that, and that is also something that we can do, to minimize that weird immersion breaking thing, right? To search for those precursor breeds and do that.
All right. So, will the horses have different sizes?
The sizes, yes. So, thanks for reminding me. The horses will have varying sizes. According to the breed. So of course, if we have in a Haltech, it will be different. It will be taller and thinner, right? It will have different proportions than a Mongolian horse, which is shorter and stockier and has thicker, shorter neck, etc. We don't currently plan to do size variations within the breeds. Yeah. So for instance, if you cross an Haltech and a Mongolian, the foal would then inherit a body type of a parent, and then that would be that full new horse's body type. Yeah.
Okay, nice. And again, quickly, a question from the community: how does the breeding system work?
Guess we can show you.
Yeah, if you have some horses that you own mechanically, then we can show you. We have the breeding stable. You interact with it. This menu is being highly under development.
Yes, everything you see here
Yeah.
is pre-alpha and work in progress.
Yeah, so you choose the parents, the
Mhm.
sire and the dame,
We
yeah,
have different
which are the
stats.
horsey words for mother and father, yeah. They do have different stats. Yeah, I didn't mention that because I was mainly talking about coat color genetics, but our breeding system also takes into account the stats of your horse, so you will be able to breed yourself a champion. Secretariat.
And this will also be, of course,
and the
connected to the
like.
exploration in the game and so on, right?
Of course, yeah. You will be able to solve different challenges the world says to you by acquiring a better suited horse, a horse that is more cold resistant, for instance, or faster, or jumps longer. Yeah. Then we go through a couple of tabs here, and we get a preview of the foal where we can look at the at the potential coat color variation. So what we are doing differently this time around is that we don't just force it on you that, hey, our genetic system runs in the background, randomizes it, and gives you the result. We actually give you, the player, several possible results of, like, okay, what color the new foal might be, taking into account the genes of the parents. They are all going to be correct, kind of, yeah, but they're randomized. And then you will have the opportunity to influence that. Choose the one that you like. You can just choose to skip it and just say, hey, make it random. But you will be able to choose the one you like and influence it in a way. How exactly this influence is going to be done, I'm not going to say yet. There might be various way to influence it. Yes, some special resources, etc. Yeah, right.
that's enough.
So and you can crossbreed, right? You can
There we go.
crossbreeding. That's
Yes, you can.
possible.
Yeah, like I mentioned, you can crossbreed two different horses. So for instance, if you have acquired an Achaltek horse from a merchant or however, you can actually have more than one Achaltek horse by doing creative breeding.
The mare is pregnant.
Mare is pregnant,
and
indeed.
it's in progress.
And then we have one final question. It's a very specific one. So, can you have a black horse with blue eyes? Will that be possible?
Yeah, that is a very specific question. Well, right now the system doesn't support it. The black horse is if I just put on the spot like that, far as I remember, black horse with light eyes is possible with like either pearl gene or silver gene, but I don't think we have those yet. So not right now, potentially. Like all of the genetics that we don't have yet in the system, everything can be added. As I said, it is highly extensible, but already the stuff that we have gives you, like you can see in that example of random horses, it gives you quite some variation to play around with. Yeah.
All right, then thank you very much, Valentin. I have to say, working with you is really a pleasure. It's always super exciting to talk with you about
Likewise,
horses.
Thank you.
Because it's you have so much knowledge. It's really, really interesting. And thanks so much for joining the live stream today as well.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Thanks everyone for watching. Like the stream, share, subscribe, all of the social media things. All right.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye.
And our next guest is Nikolai.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to our live stream.
Thank you.
Nikolai, would you please introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everybody. I'm Nikolai. I'm a game and narrative designer. I've been doing this for about 12 years professionally. Should I explain what a game designer does, maybe?
Yes, of course.
So a game designer, as you know, comes up with the rules of the game, how features work, how players can have fun, which is harder than it sounds, maybe. And a narrative designer comes up with the story, the plot, the setting, the dialogue, but also, because this is a game, how story and game intertwine. Because in this game, we want to tell a lot of the story through game mechanics and systems.
So you have the cool job.
Yeah, that's it.
No,
That's-
I have the cool job.
Oh, okay.
you
I also
play
like my
games.
job,
Yeah.
being host.
Okay.
Okay, so very cool, perfect. So hey, is it possible that we jump into the game and show maybe the tutorial mission or something?
I would hope
Oh,
so.
okay, let's do that.
Yeah, cool. Again, this is pre-alpha, not final, a very early build.
Yeah, and we have 2 different camera styles, but I prefer to control my camera independently.
Yes, good choice. Also, shout out to Memicat who's reacting to this live.
Hi.
Hello. And yeah, we're going to show you the first iteration of the tutorial. I think, like Rupert already said, everything is in active development. And the point here is to kind of introduce players to the setting, but also, you know, explain the core mechanics of the game.
And we're here.
And
Cool.
we're here, yeah.
Nice.
Hopefully we're sharing with sound, because there's some music that plays.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Question to the community. Can you hear
Okay,
anything?
we're good.
Okay, we're getting a thumbs up. Okay. So, yes, you're meeting this gentleman here called Kazaa. You're having a little chat with him. He needs our help. And so, yeah.
Should I just skip through the dialogue? I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sure we want to
Like you probably always do, don't you? So
I
just
read.
play
I
like
take my
you always
time.
play.
In front of the narrative designer, how dare
Yeah, I
you?
play as a normal user will play.
Well,
for sure.
what I have to say, the game really looks amazing, right? It's developed in Unreal 5, so
Ooh,
It does. It looks
cowberries.
fantastic.
What are cowberries? Okay. Unique to this universe.
Yes. No, I don't think so. I think cowberries
Cowberries
are
are
very
real?
much a real thing. Yeah, maybe not in Munich, but
Are they called something? We'll
mean, okay,
discuss it later. Maybe
sure, so-
raspberries.
somebody in the chat will know. Call us out on it.
Cool. So we collected some stuff, and now we can.
Yes, so your horse
Craft.
has been tired from the journey, and now you
Mhm.
got to take care of it first.
Okay. I guess I still need some stuff.
You
Collected
do.
the cowberries.
Yes. Horses love apples. So there's some apples lying around.
All right.
And now you're crafting.
Yes.
Yes. There we
There you
go.
go.
So you're crafting some horse medicine.
3
you-
cowberries equals 1 horse medicine.
So is
Got
it
it.
true
Good
that we
math.
have like a workbench to crafting more complex items, but you can also do crafting on the way?
That's exactly it. So for now, what we here call field crafting is crafting that you can do on the go. Later on, there will be a workbench where you can craft more complex things, like you said.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cute.
Cool.
And yeah, now I think you've just healed the horse, and now you're feeding it.
Oh, it's okay.
There we go.
Lovely.
Hum, hum, hum.
Eat that.
The
Okay.
details are amazing.
Yeah, look at the. Yeah, the details on the horse are a little too real.
It's not real. Just calming you down.
Okay.
I know that happens to me too when I play the game. I'm like, whoa.
Valentine did
is
a
this
really
a
good
window?
job.
He did. He really did.
Cool. Okay.
So yeah, basically you got this important document that you want to carry to the top of. I'm gonna mispronounce it. Milchi Mountain. So Turtle Rock. And yeah, you're gonna find your way. Do you think you need to take? It's right there. You can see it, and you can also take a look at the map if you want. You don't have to.
Yeah, let's take a look at the map.
So
Lovely.
yeah, there's route planning, which is an
I'm gonna
important
go
feature in the game.
here. What is this? Oh, good thing we have a legend. It's a merchant. And yeah, we got to follow this route to there. Okay.
Yes.
But the horse is a little thirsty. Can I water it? Or
Yes, you can.
okay, thank you.
Yeah. Unlike the saying here, you can lead a horse to water and make it drink. So I'm proud of this one.
Yeah, nice. You can even send it to drink water, or just like what I did, just take it to water.
Yep.
But that should be enough. Okay.
So if the horse
Actually,
is
I wanna-
hungry or thirsty, it will drink and grass itself.
Yeah,
grass.
that's a good question. So if you're not on the horse, if the horse is just by itself, it will go and look for food and drink.
Nice.
But if you're with the horse, you can either tell it to go look for water, or you can ride it all the way to the water, and then it will drink automatically,
Fantastic.
like a horse would.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a side quester person, so now we just did that optional mission, and it updated, and now I'm good to go.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw in loads of side quests just for you.
And for the players. Okay, so are we in the right direction? Yeah, we're going the right direction.
Okay, there are like a couple of questions. Like one is, will there be extreme weather events like flooding or fires, heavy fires?
Oh,
So I think this is currently not planned, right?
Not flooding or fires, but there will be in Mongolia. So there will be windstorms, rainstorms, snowstorms, dust storms. You know, all the storms.
So I think that the game is also like very much system driven, meaning like
Yes.
even if you do the same mission again and again, if you choose to do so, it will always feel different every time because of the different weather, the changing conditions, the ground times, etc.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a really cool design, in my opinion. That so you have a goal, you have to go from one place to another, but what happens in between is dynamic. So for every player, it'll be different. For one player, it'll be really windy, and something will happen with maybe wild animals that attack you because they can smell you. For other players, it'll get really rainy, and you know the ground will get slippery, and so it'll be different every time you play, which is really cool.
Nice. And another question we have, like, do we always start with the same horse, or do we get to choose the horse in the beginning, or do we not know
Sorry, I
that
want to
yet?
click this thing.
Okay, let's just. What is Jackie doing? I think I know what kind of player type you are.
Oh, look, a shiny.
Yeah, the adventurer. But yeah, I get it. We've actually been working quite hard on making sure that you can tell what kind of stuff you can pick up and what kind of stuff
Yeah,
you
I
can't.
noticed that claw thing real quick.
And there's also this timer, right? I think
Oh,
you
wait, I'm
can
going the wrong
pick
way.
it up in the right timing to get like more resources. So when you time picking up a resource
Yeah.
perfectly, you will get more, like 4 instead of 1.
Yeah, so right now there's no animation, but I mean, one of the coolest things about Mongolians riding is their ability to pick something up off the ground while they're riding, right? And so we want to implement this in the game. So if you're riding past an item and you get the timing right, you will pick up it more efficiently and have this really cool animation and this kind of feeling. But I think you asked me a question earlier.
Yeah, with the starter horse. Yeah, will it always
yeah.
be the same horse, or can you will you get to choose your horse, or is it not decided yet?
I would say it's not decided yet because it's a good question. Right now, with the tutorial being the first iteration, we've picked a horse for you, but I think people would probably really love picking the horse, so I'll bring this up with the team.
And a personal question I have, and I'm sure it's also interesting for many viewers of us, like for you as a writer and game designer, what makes this setting so special?
Okay, so this is a big question. Get ready for a long answer. I honestly think 13th century Mongolia is an incredible setting. I find it crazy how little it's used in TV shows and games. I mean, first of all, the landscape is not only iconic and beautiful. I mean, think of the endless steppe. But it's also really diverse. You've got evergreen forests, you've got mountains, snowy mountains, you've got the Gobi Desert, all in one place. Super cool. And the history of Mongolia shaped the world. Not just talking about conquests, I'm talking also about other concepts like the YAM courier network, which was way ahead of its time, and is also, coincidentally, a really cool game mechanic. And what else is there? We've got treasure trove of myths and stories. For me as a storyteller, it's amazing.
Is the Khiimori like the wind horse, right?
Yeah. It just fits perfectly, doesn't it? And the weather is famously harsh and unpredictable, which lends itself very well to survival gameplay. So all in all, it's a really good setting for game. That's all I can tell you.
Nice. That was a very cool answer. Thank you so much. All right. Should we? Can we just go to the next topic, or do we want to?
Actually, I should have probably
comment
explained
on
a little
the
bit what's going on here. So I think Jackie, in the meantime, has delivered her first cargo.
Yes.
Well done, Jackie.
Thank you.
You've
my
done.
first time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Wow. Very smooth. I'm impressed. As a QA, okay, I'm not gonna.
No, it's not.
We're not gonna comment on
It's a joke.
I know. No, I'm just glad,
Beginner's luck.
beginner's luck. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, but I just delivered the document to the NPC on top of the hill. I forget their name already. And now I get the new mission, or
He
new
was
quest, I'm sorry,
Sarah or
to
something.
deliver the flask to the Khan.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, the Khan.
So the Khan, do we get to meet him? I don't know. But yeah, so first job done, well done. And now you're delivering something, so you're now riding towards the hub, and we're going to see a bit of the steppe area, the, wide open plains. You can control the camera? Yeah, oh, beautiful, awesome.
The flowers are just so beautiful. I think it's really
Very
amazing.
cinematic.
And the level designers we have working on this are really like hand placing objects and everything. It's not like procedurally generated, so there's so much love and detail to the landscape, and so I think exploration is really rewarding.
Whenever I put something in the game and I just quickly want to test it, at some point I will stop and think, can we swear on this? I don't know. How
Try and
so I just feel like, holy shit, this looks amazing. I don't know how I can say this in PG terms, but I will just be
I
in
think
awe.
without
And
the holy shit.
yeah, how do you say?
Just it looks amazing.
But without, I don't know, then there's not enough emotion in it. But I'll just say, wow, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
And that happens, honestly, on a daily basis. So kudos to the team.
Mm-hmm. And how we deliver the next thing.
You're quite good at this, yeah. Already done your
I'm a fast
your
reader, too.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you understand what
Nice.
was going on?
Me, I have no idea where I am right now.
Mission complete.
Mission. And another one accepted. No time to rest. Actually, but we have to...
That's
the horse
life.
has to rest.
Yeah, that's life for a courier rider.
Mm-hmm.
Always on the run.
So, Jackie, what are you doing right now?
I guess I want to go through the order that is listed. So change your tired horse at the stable, which I know it's here because of the marker.
Yeah, but you seem to be without your horse.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe you didn't notice. That's what I'm here for.
Well, I can call it, but yeah, anyway, we'll just bring it.
Ah, yeah, I ruined.
I was going to show the calling,
Yeah,
the whistling,
you were,
but,
right? I'm so sorry.
but let's just make sure the horse isn't being stubborn and actually follows. So we'll take the horse.
Some dung over there. You're not going to collect it? Okay.
We also have a question, a quick one.
I
Like,
already did.
is the horse's stamina accurate? And yes, it is. So if you ride,
not
the longer you
accurate.
ride, the more the stamina will go down. You have to take care of your horse. You have to make sure that it's in a good state.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So if you can see on the bottom left, there's a blue stamina bar, and there's 3 gauges above that are basically your horse's hunger, thirst, and mood.
Mhm.
And so all of these you have to take care of, which is another, I guess you could call it a survival aspect of the game. Here's some beautiful prototype UI right now. Which one are you going to pick?
I'm going to go for pistachio because I'm
And-
kind of craving that right now.
And prototype animation as well.
Ooh, look at this pistachio. Okay, now
So
we've
that's what pistachio is.
successfully changed our horse.
Yeah, well done.
So that's maybe not a historically accurate name, but don't worry, you can name the horses yourself.
There's a horse named Quesadilla, and that's the one I want.
Nice. Okay, and here
now
we
we
are.
go to the next one.
Yeah, you're talking to the YAM officer. And in the meantime, I can tell you a bit more about what Rupert asked earlier. So yes, so your horse will run out of stamina if you sprint too much, if you ride through dangerous ground at high speeds, if you go up slopes. Right? So that's something you have to take care of. And obviously over time you'll get hungry and thirsty, 2 other things that you want to make sure don't cause any issues to your horse.
2 more quick questions from the community. Like one, will they be camping out on the road, sheltering with all the harsh weather and everything?
Yes,
Kind
there
of
will be.
Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it's not implemented yet, but at some point there will be nomad camping, so you can go forth. You don't have to be home by 11. You can just go out, enjoy your adventure, and then camp in the wilderness,
Nice.
which I think is a really cool thing to do.
Another question is about the animations. Of course, the animations are all work in progress. Again, the game is in pre-alpha state. And one question is, can we also lead the horses around?
Whoa. I'm going to say...
Planned or not planned?
We've talked about this. I can't really say whether it's planned,
Okay.
but it's a nice idea.
So it's not fully decided yet.
Yes.
Cool. Nice.
Also, I'm very impressed. I mean, you're sort of in tune with the stream. You know, we're looking at the same thing, and you just know everything.
Yeah, the questions just come up on the other screen.
I don't see it. I think you just have incredible vision.
No, it's just the community
guy.
questions.
He's a wizard. Ah, now I see it. Oh, I see the magic. Okay.
Yes, we have multiple screens here.
Oh, I didn't notice. I'm just so enchanted by this one.
I think 7
Okay.
screens altogether. 7
Okay.
screens. Wow,
Yeah.
so live stream is really
That's
complicated. So
everything.
thanks everyone here at Aesir who helped setting this up properly. And well, another community question just came in: is there an injury system for your horse?
Yes. That's also in development, and Valentin has also done some really cool work on there. Yes, the horse can get injured in different ways, so you can have bruises, but you can also get poisoned by something. And yeah, another thing that you have to take care of. Actually, perfect.
Need more
nice
dung.
one, Jackie. Need more dung. That's
Well, there's some in
stick
here,
to
right?
game context, please, Jackie.
To create the foul
right,
scented
okay.
pouch.
Of course.
It's a requirement for this.
So for
recipe.
injuries, you can create bandages, and there's anti-venom and
Wasn't
so on, yeah.
there?
Nice. So can we jump to the next big question, the survival elements, or do you
Yeah, sure.
want to continue describing the gameplay? All right, so can you tell us more about the survival aspects of the game? That's a question we got many, many times. So
Yes, no, I'm very happy to, although I think I do need to maybe help Jackie for a second.
No, I'm just looking for.
Oh, you're
the
looking for dung?
resources. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I need to create the foul scented pouch. So I know there was some in here. You can keep talking.
Okay, and otherwise you can always sell some resources, buy some dung. Because
Okay.
dung
Can you actually?
is always on
Yeah.
supply.
Okay.
Demand is high, but merchants always stock up
Always.
on dung.
like the dung, really, you can use the dung to craft kind of powder pouches, and you can throw these powder pouches, and they emit a smell, and this smell either attracts animals or like horses, or either
Wait, but is
kind
there
of
immersion
scares
here?
away wildlife and so
Yeah,
on. So
there's the general
Exactly.
version,
But
yeah.
now I will answer your question, Rupert.
survival.
Yes, survival. Because as you might know, riding through 13th century Mongolia was no walk in the park, or ride in the park, or whatever you want to call it. It's, there's lots of dangerous terrain there. There's mud, there's sand, there's snow, there's ice, and you have to take that into account when you plan your route. But there's also lots of dangerous animals, like wolves and bears and snakes, that you
Oh
can...
my.
I know, right? But it's just a game. Anyway, you can defend yourself against them, but sometimes it's better to just avoid them right away. And of course, like I said earlier, harsh and unpredictable weather. So it can go from hot and sunny to a snowstorm within minutes. And that's really cool because that creates a dynamic challenge. That affects you, it affects your horse, and it can even affect the terrain right in front of you.
Yes, also because like the country of Mongolia is on a very high sea level. I think the average is, I think, 1,000 meters or so. So it's on a high sea level. So the conditions can be very, very harsh and change very quickly.
Yes, exactly. It's again, it's just fascinating country.
There you are. See, I was look for it.
It's Pistachio. Missed you.
Don't worry, we will not have all these comfortable cheats in the final game.
Maybe, maybe at a price. Okay. Oh, you're looking for the horse merchant. Oh, this is going to be
I think I want to skip that one and go to the cartographer, I think.
Sure. Yeah, just ignore the story. Do what you want.
Well, let's go. Where is he? He's over there.
Another question is, how long will each day and night be approximately? Or can we adjust the setting? Or
Interesting question. Maybe I'm telling you too many secrets right now. Throw something at me. But
I guess it's a balancing
day and
question,
night
right?
it's not 100% certain yet. Right now we've mapped it so hours are minutes. So basically a
Oh, nice.
whole day and night cycle is 24 minutes.
Okay, cool.
But that might be too short. It's really dark. But there's some wolves there.
So all
There
like a
definitely
question
is
like
some
this,
more.
day-night cycle the game with a professional
But I'm gonna.
QA department, so we will all do the balancing later on. Also things like you see here that it's like obviously too dark now in the night, this will all be fixed. So whenever you see something where you think, oh my god, this looks off, don't worry. It's very, very pre-alpha.
But I think it's just our TV because on stream I think it's.
Yeah,
a
possibly.
little okay.
I would hope so.
Nice, mission
But there
complete.
is a setting though. We have night brightness, so yeah. But we're at the current brightness.
Cool. But yeah, I guess
Nice.
day and night is not just minutes, but also different gameplay. There'll be different animals during the day and during the night. They will behave differently. There might be different resources that spawn different times of the day, and even quests will be affected by that.
So when we were on the Kickstarter, we saw that like there are two audiences for the game, right? For on one hand, of course, like two main audiences. Of course, on one hand, we have more the open world gamers, the people who are into survival games, etc. But on the other hand, we also have people that are more into a cozy experience, and we want to make sure that this game serves to everyone at all needs. So why don't we show the feature charts we have prepared for a second?
That jump just almost.
Oh my God!
Your
Look.
fatigue is going up, and you're like, let me jump. That's. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Rupert.
No
I'm
problem.
just worried about the horse.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I think we got so excited that.
But is it okay to talk about the feature
Yeah,
chart
go
now, or you
Absolutely.
want about okay,
Absolutely.
cool. Okay, then let's blend it in, and Jackie can in the meantime also maybe write to some exciting biomes you haven't seen yet today. All right, so the feature chart, right? So on one hand, we have features that are really for the survival and action adventure gamers. On the other hand, we have features that are more if you're into exploration or into horse care. And of course, we have overarching features. So like from the more survival and adventure game features, what's like your favorite one?
Oh, that's a tough question. Okay, there's so many different ways I can answer this. And I'm going to go with my personal answer, okay? I'm really, really happy we've unlocked falconry. I think it's such a cool concept. Thank you. This is going to be amazing. That's all I can say.
Like I personally really am looking forward to archery and hunting. I love archery in games, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Like Jackie, what's your opinion from like the survival and
if you can see it while
adventure
playing.
games like crafting or cooking, or what are you really looking forward to?
I mean, you took my favorite, which is falconry.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. But anything on that list is amazing. I mean, it's all just going to elevate the game. So, yeah, I guess that's all I have on that.
And of course, we will also have overarching features like missions, quests, a large variety of NPCs, non-linear gameplay. I think that's very important. Again, a non-linear gameplay. So whenever you play a mission, it will always feel different. With route planning, dynamic weather, day-night cycle, ground types. But now let's talk a bit more about the horse specific features. So we have taming, breeding, stats, horse care.
Yes. Again, I'm going to go with my personal answer because I could tell you that obviously a lot of these are incredible and I think will please a lot of horse fans. Me personally, I'm really looking forward to Mongolian horse racing, which is another thing that was unlocked.
Yes.
Again, thank you.
Thank you, Beckers, for making this happen.
This is a very iconic idea and yeah, I can't wait to play it in the game. Nice,
very nice. All right, so have you already managed to show you some of the other biomes? Don't worry, we have enough time. So there will also be, what else do we have? Yeah, I mean, 13th century Mongolia, right? It's really the perfect setting for this game, a game that has horses at its core. Because, again, as you said, Mongolia is just, horses were so important for the whole culture and for their success. And also the really personal and kind of, how to say, respectful relationships to the horses, right?
Absolutely. By the way, you can clear the.
Oh, I was told not to do that, but yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Then
no, you don't worry, we're still showing the feature. Oh no.
No, he's not showing.
We're showing the feature chart, right?
Yeah.
Jackie's just cheating left, right, and
with
center.
a huge map. Will this be the final map? Again, we don't know. Will it be bigger or smaller? We can't say yet because again, everything is in pre-alpha.
Okay.
Right, so here's the
but
desert.
we're in the
Nice.
desert. Yeah.
The Gobi Desert, amazing.
I guess we can
right there.
show them.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah.
Maybe we can jump to like day quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, another cheat. Oh my
It's
God.
gonna be a cheat though.
Yeah, of course,
All right, everybody, close your eyes.
No.
3, 2, 1.
If we wouldn't use cheats in development, then
I think we can trust our audience. They're gonna close their eyes.
Can you hold this? I have like too
sorry,
much on my
excuse me.
plate.
Yeah.
because desert really, looks
Yeah,
better.
I just have to. Yeah, we could do. You want it the morning? All right, here we go.
Oh, and it's snowing.
And this is what happens when you cheat.
No, that's just the weather.
And that's
It
it.
is
Like
no.
it is possible that there's snow in the Gobi Desert.
Indeed.
It can be it will be very cold at night. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, and this area is obviously very much under development, but yeah, the desert is going to be amazing.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's a very rare opportunity. So wow, this is really amazing for our live stream that we have this rare opportunity, snow in the desert. But it is realistic. It does happen in the Gobi Desert, and we have it in the game as well.
And now this is the Fog of War. And of course I have it too, like single scroll. And we're just gonna go over to here, and there we go. Now we're actually in.
You don't trust in your riding ability to take you there?
It would take 10 minutes to be, or more than that. It depends on the horse. You know, I gotta feed the horse. And
oh no,
I wasn't paying attention to the horse. Yeah, speak of the horse.
Yes.
Speak of the horse.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think it's gonna put us back in the hub.
All right, so we have more community question. How does the wind status influences riding? Or does it?
It does influence riding. I think it influences you to a certain degree, but I think what's going to be more influenced by this, because shout out to Mongolian horses, they can withstand the wind. What's more going to be influenced by it is the gameplay. For example, animals will be able to smell you from further away if the wind goes from you to them. If you want to throw a powder pouch with some dung in it, then
foul-scented pouch, yes.
Yeah, that's the one. Then the wind might carry it into a specific direction, and so on. So yeah, the wind does affect the gameplay.
So we are putting the wind in Windstorm, the Legend of Khiimori.
Yes, we are.
Ding. And two more questions. When will the game be released? Again, we will go into early access already this summer on Steam and the Epic Game Store, and the full release of the game on PC and consoles is set for March 2016 for PC, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2 and the Xbox Series. I'm still serious.
Can't get over that joke.
So are we releasing before GTA 6 or after?
That's a good question.
We'll probably make it before GTA 6.
It was a good question because so many games just came to my mind that we should release before or after and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it'll be fine.
Good question, but again, we don't know when they will really release. They said May 2026, but yeah, nothing is set in stone.
I'm very sorry we can't give you an answer to when GTA 6 will release, but nobody knows.
Yeah.
All right, back to this beautiful game. Wow.
But talking about releases, will you get a Switch 2 on launch day?
Yes.
Nice.
I've pre-ordered.
Nice.
I'm ashamed. No, I'm proud to say that I've pre-ordered the Switch 2.
Nice. And are you going to invite all your colleagues so we can play Mario Kart together?
Absolutely, yes.
Nice.
It's going to be so much fun.
Cool.
I love the environment.
Oh my god. This is one of those spots where when I'm testing something, I just stop and think, wow.
It's so beautiful. It reminds me of like Studio Ghibli movies. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely wallpaper.
It's such a nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
And this is such a fantastic country. Again, of course, you have the grasslands that are so typical for Mongolia, but you also have desert, you have mountains, you have forests, we have swamps that we're currently working on that will look fantastic. So yeah, it's really, really exciting. It's very rewarding exploration.
By the way, you can look for the cartographer because he does need your help, but you can also ignore him if you want. He's just a poor old man.
I am heading, I think, to him.
Okay, good.
The cartographer, that's nice because he was realized thanks to Kickstarter. It was one of our first stretch goals. So again, we had the successful Kickstarter in March. We raised over €500,000 and we reached so many stretch goals so we can make this game the biggest and the best and the game we always wanted it to be. And the first stretch goal was the cartographer. So the cartographer, can you tell us a bit more about him and his missions?
Yes, the cartographer is a proud man. So he thinks he's still 20 and just exploring the world, going on adventures. But this one time he took it a bit too far and now he's in need of a bit of help. We find him here in an awkward position really. He's hurt himself.
And very important, this is not the final model of the cartographer. You have seen the cartographer already on Kickstarter, the concept. So we have a different concept, but it's of course we didn't have time yet to include him into the final game. So this is a random NPC.
There's very much a work in progress stream, and shout out to Aesir for doing this. It's very transparent, kind of cool.
Yes, this is our approach, right? We also want to show work in progress content, stuff you wouldn't see following other games, because we think that the community and our fans deserve it, and we also believe that this is the best way to also let them take part in the development of the game, get the feedback early on, and really we're not just saying we want to develop this game together with our community. We're really doing it in such an early live stream, or also the alpha playtest that will be a very, very early version for our backers shows this.
Yes. But unfortunately, the art team are such show-offs that everything looks amazing, despite it being quite an early version here. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna craft a bandage for the old cartographer, or not? You don't have to. I mean, if you don't.
We're not going to help him now.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Well, I kind of felt pressured to help him.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah.
Another question came in again. Of course, early access is for everyone, right? So early access is almost like a full launch this summer on PC. Everyone can play. Everybody should play, and yeah. Again, please, everyone, also really participate in creating this game together. So please join our social media channels, especially Discord. Discuss with us. Let us know what you think on Kickstarter, on all the social media channels. I think we are on 10 social media channels altogether. And we're really monitoring them closely. We are reactive, and we really want to include you as much as we can. So please, make use of this opportunity.
Yes, and I guess while we're watching Jackie fall over a couple of rocks, I can say that yes, of course you can't just sprint through the world like this. Your horse can go off balance when it's riding through something like mud or forest with lots of logs on the ground. But it can also struggle when riding through snow, or when you just put too much cargo into its saddlebags. And there's lots of different things that you can look out for that make it feel more believable, to be honest, but also challenge you in the game.
One thing I forgot to mention earlier, so we are switching back and forth between topics, but I think this makes this stream that much more dynamic is that we want this game to be not only for the open world survival fans, but not only for the horse and more cozy type of players. So we want the game to be for everyone, and this is why we will also have a lot of difficulty settings to adjust to your likings, and we also unlocked something called peaceful mode via Kickstarter. So if you just want to enjoy riding through Mongolia without any big worries, then you can also do that. So that will be peaceful mode for you. Last not least, I think one of the big topics also will be today, what is the difference between the upcoming alpha playtest and the early access that will happen, again, early access for everyone this summer. Are there any features that we don't have in alpha playtest yet, and so on? Like, for example, what about archery or cooking?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, of course, you're the expert on this, but I can also answer a little bit. The peaceful mode, for example, I think is a really nice feature that allows us to challenge players who want to be challenged.
So peaceful mode planned for early access, not planned for the alpha playtest.
Yes. And archery, I think you just brought up, right?
Yes, archery, again, planned for early access this summer, but not for the alpha playtest. And also, of course, all the stretch goals we unlocked, like falconry, they will, not even be part of early access, because we do take time to develop them fully, and they will then be part of the full game. And also the things you will see in the alpha playtest, we can't spoil it yet, might be in there, but not like completely finished. Maybe you will just get a rough version of, I don't know, breeding, for example. We will see. But of course, for early access, we will definitely have breeding, we will definitely have archery, we will definitely have wildlife, survival elements, resource management. We'll have some of this already in the alpha playtest, but in the early access, those will be already fully integrated. So the early access is almost like a complete launch already. All right, awesome. Cool. Then thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for playing the game. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
you also for the other guests. Thank you, of course, for the team that really set this up so professionally. And once again, please follow us on social media and continue to come ride with us.